A Manipur MLA has written to Chief Minister of the state N. Biren Singh requesting strict measures to deport illegal immigrants from Myanmar back to their respective places. In his letter, MLA Leshio Keshing has stated that local residents are being subjected to violence over disputes related to daily wages and domestic matters. Even the local customary laws cannot exert control over the immigrants due to their adherence to customs and beliefs. Now, this is what he has stated in his letter. He has now further raised concerns over the safety of the local residents, pointing to incidents of killings and kidnapping allegedly perpetrated by the immigrants, and has urged the Chief Minister to take up urgent measures in order to find a suitable plan and an arrangement to deport the refugees from their respective villages in the country, or find a suitable place to shelter them under strict supervision. I in fact have the letter on my screen over here. As you can see, it has been penned by Leshio Keshing, who is a member of the Manipur Legislative Assembly. He is addressed N. Biren Singh, and he stated that the ongoing political crisis in our neighboring country, Myanmar, has resulted in a continuous influx of illegal immigrants from Myanmar since November 2023. Of the late, total numbers of influx have touched more than 5,800, and biometric survey of every individuals of about 173 persons to be precise have been captured under the initiative of the district administration. He has also stated that they are sheltered under strict supervision at the location shown in a table that he is also attached with this letter, and they are being provided with basic needs like food grains, water supply, power supply, even roofings and additional essential commodities. You can of course see the table over here on your screens. They are residing in several villages and hamlets, including Paiko, including Pilong and Aloyo and Choro and Wangli and Namli as well. But the MLA further goes on to state that it is pertinent to mention that the number of inmates in shelter homes at various locations shown in the locations mentioned in the table below have outnumbered the local residents. Many untoward incidents have been reported where local residents were beaten up over tussles on daily wages, earnings and domestic issues, in which local law enforcing agencies find difficulties to apprehend and control such situations due to the understrength of police personnel posted at the border areas. Even local customary law cannot control or bind the immigrants because of foreign customary practices and beliefs, and the number of incidents of killings and kidnappings of local residents committed by the immigrants have in fact they are there, but the culprits could not be apprehended as they abscond and cross the border, where neither customary law nor Indian law could be enforced. Of course, in view of this, he has also urged the Chief Minister to take up urgent and necessary measures to find a suitable plan to deport the immigrants to their respective villages in their country and find a suitable place to shelter them under strict supervision. He's of course spoken about the history of granting Indian citizenship to immigrants of 1968, and he's urged that this is not repeated, and this current situation, including unrest, can be avoided in the future as well. To share more details on this is my colleague Nibir Dekar. Nibir, of course, you've helped source this letter so that we can, take our viewers through what exactly has been penned down. Take our viewers through what has been the appeal by the MLA and these incidents of violence that is taking place due to the immigrants that have settled.
Yes, very interesting letter written by the NPF MLA. Days after Manipur Chief Minister revealed data about illegal immigration from the Myanmar side in Manipur, and in that letter he has particularly stated that the number of alleged illegal immigrants that he has talked about has outnumbered the locals in these villages, and as such it has led to alleged attacks on the locals, which he has pointed out, and he has further pointed out that this has led to the difficulties faced by the police to contain the situation. This comes at a time when Chief Minister of Manipur, N. Biren Singh, has revealed data about the illegal immigration in the state from Myanmar, and he has said that 5,457 illegal immigrants have been detected in Manipur, and biometric data of over 5,173 of them have been recorded. So this letter comes at a time when the chief minister talked about the illegal immigration in the state from the Myanmar side and how the Manipur government have detected illegal immigrants and reported their data or biometrics. And within a few days, we see an MLA within the cabinet stating that there has been a lot of illegal immigrations, and which has led to instances of even violence in those villages of Kamjong, from where he has raised these concerns.
Indeed. Stay on with us, Nibir. Stay on with us. You've spoken about Biren Singh revealing these numbers, and I'd also like to showcase his tweet to our viewers. I have the tweet open on my screens. He has, in fact, detailed that about 5,457 illegal immigrants have been detected in Manipur, of which biometric data of 5,173 have been recorded, and deportation process is underway. He's called this a crucial juncture. They have noticed that certain homegrown groups based out of Western countries are criticizing the steps taken up against illegal immigration by giving a communal tone and propagating it as violations of religious freedom. This is a situation where the survival of indigenous people are at stake. And he's emphasized that they will not allow this to continue. He's also stated that this lobby is quiet about Western countries' stance against illegal immigration, but raise objections to the actions taken in Manipur. He's also, in fact, attached some pictures of some of these illegal immigrants who have established camps in India, in Manipur, right here. Apologies for that. You can see these visuals on your screens, viewers. Right here, you can see some of these camps having been established. And so there are several other photos as well. There are about a set of 4 photos that have been released by the Manipur Chief Minister on his Twitter page. You can, of course, see right here the exercise that is being conducted by state officials, by district officials as well, in order to collect biometric data of these immigrants. And he's also, in fact, mentioned that there was initially a lot of trouble in order to collect the data, because the immigrants were resisting the efforts of the district administration. Nibir, take us through what exactly were the challenges faced by the district administration in collecting this data.
Well, first of all, we have to understand that there was a free movement regime between the India government and the Myanmar side, and that has been scrapped now, which has been talked about by the MHA, and that led to a lot of migration within both the countries. So it is very difficult for the administration to figure out who is a Myanmar national and who is an Indian citizen in those areas. And as such, there were difficulties in collecting the biometric data that the chief minister has talked about. Further, there has always been allegations leveled that through the Myanmar side there was facilitation of drug activities. And as we know that the war on drugs activities that has been undertaken by the Manipur government, they have previously talked about how it was facilitated through the Myanmar side, and as such, having a sealed border within the Manipur side and the Myanmar side is very crucial to contain those activities that were carried out. And in that, the government has talked about, the CM has talked about how it was difficult for them to collect the biometric data because it's due to the free movement, and also due to the geography and the terrain of the region. It is very difficult to undergo such an exercise. But we have seen time and again that the Manipur government has been undergoing these massive exercises of recording the biometrics of the people, and as such, over 5,000 people's biometrics data have been collected so far, who has been identified as Myanmar nationals residing in those shelter homes, as stated by the chief minister.
Indeed. And, Nibir, the Chief Minister has also maintained that, people in these settlements were strongly opposed to a proposal that was given by the district administration, by the state government as well, of shelter homes being built by the government for them. So apart from being and resisting the efforts of, regarding collection of biometric data, they've also rejected the offer of the state government building shelter homes for them, only after which did the government decide to deport them?
Because Myanmar and Manipur have shared historical ties of movement, and that's why a lot of movement happens to and fro. And as such, there were apprehensions by the locals, few of the locals who were opposed to the idea of doing the biometrics or even building shelter homes, particularly designated to those identified as illegal immigrants by the government. And as such, there were apprehensions, and we have to also remember the fact that the crisis that had happened in Manipur since last year May, that one of the big issues was illegal immigration being raised, especially by the groups in the valley, and as such, that was a very sensitive matter. And we have seen violence as well as a crisis in Manipur since last year, and that's why there was this issue of recording the biometric data or identifying the illegal immigrants was opposed by few of the groups, especially a few of the groups that have seen their relatives or kin coming from the Myanmar side, and as such there was opposition. However, the Manipur government has maintained strongly that they are going to identify the undocumented or the illegal immigrants that they have talked about, and they are right now doing it. Over 5,000 people have been identified so far, and they are now in the shelter homes, and the Chief Minister has also talked about the deportation process and how to proceed further as far as those who have been identified so far.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.